Hello, this is the value of learning. Eh? Oh, the value of helping. The story of Harriet Tubman. The value of helping. The story of Harriet Tubman. This tale is about a person who helped many people, Harriet Tubman. The story that follows is based on the event in her life. More historical facts are about Harriet Tubman can be found on page 63. Once upon a time, Harriet lived in a cabin in the field near the Bucktown, Maryland. She slept in a corner of the mattress. Okay, let's just read probably. But no matter how she felt, Harriet was out of the bed at dawn. She had hurried the light that piles in the big house. Then she had to sweep the dust. And even though she was only 7 years old herself, she had to help look after the baby. Harriet wasn't an ordinary little girl. She was a black slave. Many years ago, Harriet's grandparents has been kidnapped from their village in Africa. They have been brought to America and sold as slaves. And so their children and grandchildren who were born in America were slaves too. They have no rights at all. If he wanted to, Harriet's master could make her work from dawn until midnight in the big house, and he could send her out to help the slave who work in the field. At harvest time, Harriet and other slaves picked corn all day long and late into the night. Harriet couldn't even hire his slave out because Harriet was small. She was often sent to do a housework. Sometimes the mistress of the house was kind to the child, but just often Harriet was treated like a little animal. "Useless, stupid girl!" she cried one woman. She had whip and she used her whip on Harriet. Harriet cringed away but tried to sweep the floor real clean. She sobbed. "Now you're being insolent," shouted the woman. "Don't you dare talk to me back," when she struck Harriet again. But life wasn't at all work for Harriet, an older slave in Bucktown. He had a Bible and he liked to read Bible story to the children. His Harriet's favorite story was one about the children of Israel who were captives in Egypt. "They were slaves just like us," said Harriet. "Old Pharaoh treated them like just white folks. And I wonder if he even get another help us, the way Moses helped the children of Israel to get out of Egypt." "Maybe we will, child," said the old woman, "but you'd better not let the master hear you talking that way or he'll beat you till he plumb wears his arm out." So Harriet didn't talk, but she couldn't sing, and she began to sing quietly. It was a song that many of her people knew. Go down, Moses, way down, Egypt land, tell ole, Pharaoh, let my people go. Singing wasn't all the slave did when the long day work was done. At night, in the cabin, they whisper about place where black people could be free. There aren't any slaves in North, said one man. All the people where there are free men and women. Even in the South, lots of white folks don't believe in slavery, said another. Those folk are helping blacks escape to the North. Just like Moses said to herself, she felt a wonderful excitement. She kept still it for a long time, but one evening, when she and her father were talking beside the river, she began to talk about freedom. Shush, child, said her father. You're too young to be thinking that way. It's dangerous to try to escape. But Daddy Ben, said Harriet, don't I have the right to be free? Yes, you do, child, old Ben answered. But later, Harriet, one day you're grown, then you'll go north. Ben pointed. You see the star up there. One big that was never moved, that north matatapos na ito. After that, Harriet watched the star. Every night she dreamed of the time when she could run away to freedom. The wonderful North Star moved, of course, but one night when Harriet was dreaming her exciting dream, she saw another star drop from the sky. A shooting star, said Harriet. Then she blinked. The shooting star wasn't acting like any shooting star had ever seen. I fell straight toward her, and it's too bigger and bigger as it came. At last, it landed right at her feet. I'm dreaming, said Harriet to herself. Then she was sure she heard the star say, Harriet, Harriet, I'm come to help you find your way to freedom. And there's a lot of other people who want to help you. This is silly, told Harriet. Star don't talk, but I like what this is one saying. I think I'll go right to listen to it. If you help people, or if people help you, said the star, then you can turn around and help other slaves escape.
Daddy, if you're watching the video, can I sleep?
Oh, sige. Maybe that's enough for now. And that's the end of the story for tonight, and we'll continue tomorrow. Hope you get the great stories from Neri, Elby, and Kyla and Kyle. Say bye-bye, kids. Hopefully you have a good story tonight. Did you learn something? Kalokohan.
Now can I sleep? Daddy, now can I sleep, please?
Panoorin natin to.
Daddy,
Oh, sige, sige.
can I